Ukraine invade Russia. The Battle of Kursk. I mean, how can you go for this suicide mission? How can you invade Kursk? This same region that Hitler lost over 6,000 armored tanks and still lost the war. You think you can defeat Russia? Not only in Russia, in Kursk. The Battle of Kursk have come again in history. This is unbelievable. Whoever that sent you this suicide mission, you will reject it. The largest tank battle in the history. Over 6,000 tanks was destroyed in Kursk. More than what happened in Afghanistan and Syria. More than what happened in the Cold War. But still you return again to invade Kursk. According to Russia Defense Minister, the update they gave today, Ukraine have lost over 4,000 soldiers in the battlefield. 4,000. And the first week they invaded Russia, they lost 1,600 in 2 days. Do you know how many tanks that have been destroyed in that battlefield? Do you know a lot of sophisticated weapons have been destroyed in that battlefield? Even their air defense system. Russia have destroyed the Patriot defense system more than 2 times. And the worst is that, how can Ukraine invade Russia? You just get into Kursk and there is no way out again. And you keep on fighting inside the country. There is no supply of ammunition. There is no food. You keep on fighting in the same place. This is a suicide mission. Now guys, let's think about this critically. The West are playing a lot of strategic games. They have used a lot of method to push Russians back, to send them out from Ukraine. That was their only mission, to pull Russia force out from Ukraine. And that's why they invade Kursk. Do you know why? They invade Russia so that Russia can withdraw their soldiers from Donbass and Zaporizhia to fight them in their own country. But they miscalculated Russia. Number one, Russia have a lot of reserve personnel, more than the ones in the battlefield. And Russia is too big to be compared with other European countries. So, Russia did not withdraw their troops from other places that they have been fighting. They even supply more weapons and more troops there, still fight them in their land. This war have nothing to do with Ukraine. It's officially NATO and Russia war. But Ukraine put themselves in the middle. Ukraine want them to be the battlefield of this war. Zelensky chose Ukraine to be the battlefield of this war. And from the beginning of the war, Russia gave the West a red line. The West have been continuously supplying a lot of sophisticated weapons to Ukraine to fight against Russia. But Russia gave them a red line. There are a lot of red lines, and all these red lines have been touched and have been broke all. Let me tell you. First and foremost, Putin said that NATO will not directly send their soldiers to come and fight for Ukraine. There must be no NATO soldier fighting directly in that battlefield. And what is happening today? Even France President Emmanuel Macron have been boasting for the past few months now that he'll be sending France soldiers to come and fight for Ukraine. And all those laws now is not in place anymore. And secondly, there will be no Western weapon hit in Russia territory. The West will not supply a long-range missile or fighter jet or any precision guided system that will be hit in Russia territory. And what is happening now? The West and NATO have been using Ukraine to penetrate. They have been using Ukraine to break that law, to know what Putin can do. Because Putin said that there will be a catastrophic consequences. Over 90% of the soldiers fighting in Kursk region are not Ukraine soldiers. They have been fighting and trying everything possible to get more territories inside Russia. But it's not possible. They have even used the artificial intelligence, that is the AI dog, to penetrate and get more information. But Russia have a lot of sophisticated electromagnetic fusion that destroy all those artificial intelligence. They neutralize them. Even their drones, they neutralize it. They destroy it. Because the world have been asking, if Russia have tested their tactical nuclear weapon, that is the smaller one, why can't Putin use it now and kill their enemies in their land. It's not possible. They don't want to test the nuclear weapon in their own country. It's not possible. You see, any country that they test that nuclear weapon, it will affect them from generation to generation. So they must not test it in their own land. They will push it back, then they can use it. They have to push it back, push them, neither they kill them completely, because for you to get into Kursk, to invade into Russia, is a complete suicide. There is no way out. They have locked the Stalingrad. They have locked all the neighboring states, all the neighboring regions. There is no way out. No more ammunition coming to Russia to supply for you. How can you get into Russia to supply you that weapon? It's not possible. So the ones they have is the ones they are using. Until their time reaches to die, they will die. That's the thing. It's neither your hands up and surrender yourself, or you kill yourself.